just aside of Texas State University. It's used to introduce and welcome people here. Interior walkway can also be used as a way to promote future events at this facility, whether it be acting performances, recitals, that sort of thing. There are some positives and negatives to the things that we saw, improvements as well. Both the interior and exterior walkways, you can see, is very open for all individuals. There's good lighting, both interior and exterior of the building. Facility is well taken care of. It has a very elegant look to it. Our routes to various locations are very open and consistently flat and level. Walking pathways are not blocked by objects. If there are benches inside and benches around, they're moved off to the side or not in the direct walking path. Now, some negatives or improvements that I saw includes when approaching Moon Street entrance, there's not any signage that points towards any ramps, any wheelchair ramps. I would recommend extending the handrails a little bit so it'd have an ending grasp on it near the end, and that way patrons can get a better handhold. And now on the Moon Street entrance as well, there is a built-in mat right up here. It comes up about a ½ an inch or so, and it might be a tripping hazard, so it might be something to kind of look into, adjusting a little bit. And there was also another grate on the other side on Gary Street, and it was around a tree and it was lifted up. There's a little bit of debris on the side, so we just decided that we can fix that ourselves. So dust it off, move the dirt around. This is the entrance of the Performing Arts Center.
It's 5 and so 29. So I have 6 inches. So 29 feet.
I don't know where this measurement, I see what you're doing, measuring
Less than
Yeah.
half an inch, so maybe I'll fit
the lift on it.
Yeah, that's like not cool.
I don't know where that would fit in, but there's something to put in the paper.
with they have a lot of tech rooms, two in particular that we got to see, and they have features such as a lot of laptops and computers that are easily accessible for people in wheelchairs or people who are even visually impaired. The coolest thing about the tech room though is a wheelchair lift. So when you first walk in, there's a lift and it's got easily accessible buttons to push. It's very safe. So if you take your hand off the button, you're good. It's just gonna stop and you can decide whether you wanna keep going up or stay where you are. The only thing I would say about one of the tech rooms, particularly the theater, they had a box blocking the opening door. Usually they're easily openable, like openable out of the way. As far as where I'm standing actually right now, by the scene shop, this is a classroom and it's where a lot of people go to make scenes and materials for the plays. And they have a lot of open space. A lot of the stuff is pushed to the edge or in little islands, so that's good for wheelchairs. But for blind individuals, it would be very hard to get oriented. So maybe that's a recommendation that they could think about implementing, is talking to each other and making sure that the individuals can hear them properly and putting things back all the time where they need to go.
In the fitting room today, and I would like to show you what is accessible and what requirements does it meet. One of the requirements is that it has at least one bench for the person in the wheelchair to be able to sit and maneuver from one side to another. Also, this bench is affixed with a wall, so you can recline, and it has 2 doorways, one here and one on the opposite side. The person in the wheelchair has either access to one of them that the wheelchair does fit through it. theater room, and we have the accessible chairs here that are removable, and anyone can sit in up to 5 people. What's negative about the theater room is that there isn't any signage on the wall, and also it's not clear that we can move these chairs for people to access them, so we can actually have more people in the chairs to sit and have a proper view of the theater.
Hi, welcome to the Performing Arts bathrooms. Before we go in, I want to point out that there is no signage to let you know that there's an accessibility in this bathroom. None of their bathrooms have this. Also, these doors are fairly hard to open. You come in. Another thing that I'll point out is that the light switches are really heavy when you turn them on. But originally, this is a pretty nice bathroom. It's clean. This is open space. This is a bench. Here's the accessibility bathroom, which they meet all the requirements here. This bathroom has some extra space even compared to some of the other bathrooms that we've been into measuring here. They've reached just the bare minimum sinks. This has been measured and it's perfect height. This is a little bit of a hard to pull down, something that they probably need to use pinching or grasping to get. And the soap dispensers are actually too far back on here for them to reach. So looks very nice in here in this bathroom. The lighting's good, but it has some issues that they need to work out with their accessibility.
Okay, here we are at the side of the Performing Arts Center. Everything also is in compliance with ADA. Here's another accessible ramp to the entrance of the building. The slope of the ramp isn't too steep or anything, and the width of the ramp is in between 48 to 50 inches, which meets the requirements.
How much was that, Andy?
73.
Right.
Oh, it's gone down to 49. And back to 50.
All right. Looking
All right.
good.
Yeah, it's good. Hi, we're here at the Everett Gary Street parking garage. Everything here is ADA compliant. There's visible signs with van accessibility. This little row here is striped off for an accessible route to an accessible entrance and exit ramp.